It's a disease that affects 2.3 million people all around the world and about 1 million people in the U.S. Multiple sclerosis impacts the brain and central nervous system, and it causes a number of symptoms, including vision loss, pain, fatigue, numbness, and neurological problems.
There is no cure for MS. Medication slows its progression but can't stop it. A mom from Brownfield is among a growing number of MS patients heading south of the border to undergo stem cell transplantation treatment known as HSCT.
Yeah, it's only available to patients in the U.S. in clinical trials and isn't approved by the FDA. News Center Maine's Vivian Lee tells us more.
Last November, Anna Mosca was running a successful dog grooming business out of her home when suddenly numbness began in her left hand.
It spread to 4 fingertips and it started moving down my hand, and then it moved up my arm, and I was like, there's something really wrong.
2 trips to the ER still didn't clear up why her symptoms were getting worse.
No, I feel like I'm dying. I can't feel half my body. I can't walk properly.
Finally, an MRI and a spinal tap revealed relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis, a type of MS where symptoms get worse, followed by some improvements. The disease uses your immune system to attack the brain and central nervous system. Anna had to close her business and walk with a cane. There is no cure for MS, but the mother of 2 began taking costly medications that only slows down the degenerative disease.
They don't stop it. So instead of being in a wheelchair in 5 years, maybe you'll be in a wheelchair in 10 years.
Through a support group, Anna learned about hematopoietic stem cell transplant, or HSCT. According to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, the treatment involves wiping out the patient's immune system with chemotherapy and rebooting it with a patient's own stem cells so it stops attacking the central nervous system. The treatment is only available in the U.S. for patients in clinical trials, and Anna was not considered a candidate. The treatment is also performed in other countries, including Russia and Mexico. In November, Anna plans to travel to Puebla, Mexico to undergo HSCT at Clínica Ruiz. The clinics have 2 centers which have treated more than 1,400 patients, and nearly half of them are from the U.S. Dr. Guillermo Ruiz Arguelles is a hematologist who is trained at the Mayo Clinic. Ruiz Arguelles, who goes by Dr. Ruiz, says patients stay for 28 days and are sent home with antibiotics and antivirals to help rebuild their immune systems. He says out of the 5 years of following patient outcomes, 80% of patients have reported a positive response to the treatment.
40% of patients do stop the progression of the disease, and 40% of them do improve their neurological condition.
HSCT at the clinic costs $54,000, not including travel expenses. A GoFundMe is set up to cover Anna's expenses. Other donations are also coming in from the Brownfield community, other parts of Western Maine, and New Hampshire. $37,000 has been raised so far, and the possibility of stopping MS is bringing new hope to Anna and her family.
Hopeful urgency where we can potentially see this go away permanently.
I want to be able to be a mom for the kids. I want to be a wife.
And a chance to put a progressive disease in remission and get her life back. In Brownfield, Vivian Lee, News Center, Maine.
Now, the FDA advises patients to be cautious when considering stem cell treatments outside the U.S. that may not require regulatory review of clinical studies. For more information on multiple sclerosis and HSCT treatment, you can head on over to our website or mobile app.